Hello, this is Martin with My IELTS Tutor. Today's lesson is on speaking, and I'm going to give you an introduction to IELTS speaking. Now, the first thing you need to know about IELTS speaking is that, unlike other tests of its kind, like TOEFL or PTE, IELTS speaking is an interview. This means that you meet with the examiner who asks you a series of questions, and you have to answer them, and the examiner rates you on how well your answers. Now, there's no right or wrong answers, how you give them. So now let's talk about an interview on the test. Now, speaking is the same for academic in general. This means that whether you're taking academic IELTS or general IELTS, there's no difference between the two. As I said before, it's between the test taker and the interviewer, the examiner. The session will be recorded, and this is important because at the end of the test, you can ask questions and you can review parts of the recording. The total time for the test is 11 to 15 minutes, and it's held on a different day than the other modules. So on one day you'll take reading, listening, and writing. The other you will take speaking. Now, let's talk about the structure. Really 4 parts to the structure of IELTS. You have part 1, which is the informal interview. Here, first of all, you start with a meet and greet to break the ice. So the interviewer will ask you some questions, who you are, check your ID, and ask you where you live. This portion is not scored, but you still want to give good answers. Then you'll have 6 to 7 questions. Half will be on your work or your studies, and the other half will be on some other subject. Part 1 lasts about 4 to 5 minutes. Part 2 is the cue card. This lasts somewhere between 2.5 to 1 minute. The cue card is a 1 long talk where you have 1 minute to prepare and up to 2 minutes to speak. Part 3 are follow-up questions. These are questions that are based on the topic of the cue card, and you have 6 to 7 questions, and this takes about 3 minutes. At the end, you have a discussion with the interviewer, and this is where you get to ask questions, review parts of the recording, and this takes about 5 minutes. And there you have it. That's the basics of the IELTS test. It's pretty simple. Join me next time, and I'll see you soon.